Hey, what's up, y'all? It's your boy Phamous, and I'm about to go into the songs that inspired my new album I just released, Constellations. And each song may be inspired by one or two songs, and I'm gonna go into the two songs that inspired, and I'm gonna like compare it to my song. None of these are like I didn't really bite and like directly like yo, I'm gonna copy that and do that. I'm just like inspired. You understand? Some things just inspire me. So that's pretty much what it is, It's but with my own spin, I'm not here like jacking people's ideas and all of that. But the first song we gonna get into is, I had the song called "Take Me With You" on the first song on the album, and it was inspired. The first song that was inspired by was "Get Lucky" by Daft Punk, Pharrell, and Get Lucky, it has like these little, it's kind of like a disco vibe and these little funk grooves. And Pharrell, he's kind of like into that type of vibe. He has these little funky. As a hip hop producer, he's very different. He's not like the typical hip hop. He's like his shit is very like groovy. You know what I mean? So that's why I kind of took that grooviness into the track. It has like a little vibe of disco, but with my own twist and spin. And the hook is kind of like a happy vibe, a cool vibe. Like be free, we're here to party, we're not here to fuss or argue or fight. Just to be free. But on the flip side, the verses was inspired by No More Parties in LA by Kanye and Kendrick Lamar on the Life is Pablo album. And with that, it's kind of like, braggadocio hip hop with, they're just like in your face type stuff, in your face type bars, and that's why I kind of had the in your face type bars with my song "Take Me With You." The verses was really like that, except I like had some distorted like auto tune during the rap just to be more in your face. Because if I would have took it off, I never took it off to be honest. I just had it on there. I just left it, but it made me feel like it was more in your face, and the hook is like very welcoming, but the verse is very like, yo, I'm in your face. What you gonna do about it? And that's very hip hop. You know what I mean? Hip hop is in your face type music. You know what I mean? So that's with that. The next song that I had recorded was on the album was a song called "Scattered Sheep," which is a very, 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 very soulful, spiritual. Talking about things that go in the world and all that. And it was inspired first by a song called "Intro" with Benny the Butcher and 38 Specs on the album called Stabbed and Shot, which was like, it's a song. That song actually inspired me to like really get my hustle on. I heard it in like late 2021, like December, and I know I was kind of late to the whole Griselda movement. You know what I mean? But it was like when I heard it, because I'm always creating, and then I had like took a trip to Florida, and then I was listening to their music. I'm like, yo, these dudes is crazy. Like, I'm like, it's like an energy came over me when I started hearing their material. But first that was a song that really like, turned it on for me. Like, yo, they got something. So, but it inspired me to this day. To really, I was always making soulful hip hop. So that's like, I'm not copying or anything like that. I was always doing that, but I felt like a reassurance, like, yo, I'm kind of like doing the right thing. I don't really just do soulful hip hop, but I have a very love for it, so I kind of do it more than maybe necessary. You know what I mean? But they talk in the song. They talking about the hustle, the grind. What goes on and like the reality of things. So that's why I was talking to Scattered Sheep that yo, there's young kids that's out here doing. They ain't really supposed to be doing it, but they gotta eat. You know what I mean? And kids is going through horrible situations, and powers that be is like putting this type of pressure on people and forcing people to act wild. Life is not really fair. It is what it is. And then the other song that inspired Scattered Sheep was a song called "Hold On" by Pusha T and Rick Ross, and it's just like that's the other part of the song Scattered Sheep is to like hold on, just have faith and you can make it through, and that's what hold on. I think in the hook they said, "Don't worry, nigga, hold on," and just to have faith. I got you no matter what. You know what I mean? So that's pretty much what it is for Scattered Sheep, inspired by Intro, 38 Specs, Benny the Butcher, Hold On, Pusha T, Rick Ross. That's what it is for that. Then the next song is my personal favorite, and for some reason everybody else's personal favorite. Look at Me Now. It has a lot of crazy things going on. The intro has this like little Star Wars excerpt about, you know, the Force and, you know, Anakin Skywalker going to the dark side. And sometimes I feel like that. Sometimes it's like, you know, you gotta be on that, like you can't be Mr. Goody all the time. Sometimes you just gotta like break out of that because the world isn't designed to be for the goody goodies, you know what I mean? Because they get fucked, you know what I mean? They get messed up, you know what I mean? So that's what it is with that, and you know, it has a very, very, very dark tone, which matches the, you know, the Star Wars dark side, and you know, it's just me talking very aggressive, like it's in my, I would say it's my darker nature. So, but that's pretty much what it is. And the song that inspired it, in the sample, it has a menacing, high-pitched sample, which is fire, you know. And the song that really inspired it is "Heaven" by Jay-Z. I feel like the sample of that song is very, 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 very menacing. It's like, you know, he's touching some topics about, you know, what do you know about religion and heaven and God, and this is very deep, you understand? So it kind of like is that. And then, you know, my song "Look at Me Now," I kind of touch that, you know, the dark side, the duality, because everything's a balance. You do need good, but there's no good without negativity, you understand? There's no up without down, you know what I'm saying? It's just like, one moment you could be stuck, one moment you could be up. You could be up 20 years and, yo, you could get stuck, you know what I mean? So, but, you know, that's just what it is. You know, sometimes you need that darker force, that darker energy, you understand? You gotta, there's a, you know, a theme in Star Wars about that. Yeah, they say the dark side is bad, but, you know, without the dark side, what would be the good side? There would be nothing to fight for, right? So everything has a purpose, you know. Then my next song, "Window," which is a, you know, song about like burning herb and ganja and all that. Just to, you know, and I'm just like naming all the strains that I burned through, all, you know, all through my life. You know, since I was, when was I burning? Like, I think I started burning like 19, 20 years old. You know, let's talk about just trees, burning trees and herb, man. You know, I love it, man. I don't really burn like that, but I make my own edibles. I just get down with the edibles. I don't really get down with the smoking that much. Sometimes I do. My brother comes over and chills with me. You know, might light a split, you know, and all that. That's pretty much what it is with that. But I was inspired by "Drunken Hot Girls." Kanye, it does have like the song in "Window," it does have like a little whistle, but "Drunken Hot Girls" it does have like a slight whistle, but that's not the reason why I picked that. At the ending of the track, it has like a little whistle going on, but it doesn't really have, it's not the same type of impact, but it has that, the whole entire instrumental, this has that dark. "Window" is such like it's kind of very dark and spooky, but it's about herb. It's not really like a dark song. It's just like, it's about herb. So, you know, I took a dark thing and flipped it light. So you just had duality, you know, and you know, you know, his tone is like, I'll say it's a similar tone in "Window," but it's not the same topic. You know what I mean? It's not really the same instrumentation, but it has a similar tone. So I would say it inspired "Window" to a degree. You know, but that's it with that. "Window" it's just a burning song, man. It's gone, you know. And then the next song, "Out of Control," which is like, I had this song since like, when did I record it? Like last year, March 2022. And I was just like, and I actually had a lot of people in my crib, and I kind of like, it sounded like I'm like singing it, but I was really like whispering it. It just came out very like soft spoken and stuff like that, which it created a dope vibe. But I just had a lot of people, and I was just trying to like get the idea out. You know, I wasn't trying to just be loud about recording it. You know what I mean? I just recorded the crib. I don't really go to studios anymore unless I'm just trying to get some really good mixing and mastering done. And it just came out a really good vibe. And this is a song about, you know, grinding, hustling, you know, formulating a plan. You know, sometimes you gotta, you know, come together with your people and formulate a plan to get success. And a song that really inspired me to write something like that is a song by Benny the Butcher, which is like, he's kind of like kind of aiming towards my favorite rapper right now. You know, he really got a lot of heat. His project is really, you know, really good. You know, the song Rick from Tana Talk 3, and it's, you know, it's just about, I mean, obviously it's about hustling. All his songs are about mostly hustling with it, but I like that though, you know what I mean? So that's why I took, like, I felt like, again, the whole Coachella movement really got me and my hustle, like, really out there, really getting active, or like really going in. I also believe in yourself and believing in your product and creating the best product, and you're not putting no BS out there, putting out some real heat, bro. You know what I'm saying? Because when you have that product, hey man, the fans gonna come, the people gonna come. You understand? You know, but that's pretty much it with Out of Control. It's not my favorite track, but it's like it's my most appreciative track because it all starts with the hustle. It all starts with the grind. You understand? That's what that's what we're doing this for. You know, also to inspire people, but hey, bro, gotta eat, right? So the next song is Don't Worry, which is it's a very soulful track. It has an African vibe and stuff like that. You know, it's about, you know, people that did me wrong, but you know, you can overcome that. Anything that negative thing or negative person that comes to attack you, you can overcome that, man. And you don't even have to stoop to their level. You know what I'm saying? Because we bigger than that. We bigger than that. We way bigger than that. There's, you know, we're way better than that. So we could do things that really, you know, change the scope of what a person thinks. Because it don't matter what they think. Or change the scope of a negative situation. You can hop out that. You know what I'm saying? You can hop out that. You know, it's not, it may be a little difficult at first, but anything is possible. And the song that kind of inspired me is a Kid Cudi song. I'm a big fan of him as well, called Too Bad I Have to Destroy You Now, from his Kid Cudi Presents Satellite Flight, Journey to, I can't remember that, I think it's like Journey to something. Like Mother Moon or something like that. Let me look at Kid Cudi. It's a long title, bro. I don't even know what the actual whole thing. Yeah, it's Journey to Mother Moon. See, I was right. That's how you know I'm a Kid Cudi fan. You know what I mean? You know, big fan of Kid Cudi. You know, definitely an inspiration on my sound as a whole. Like, especially my early work. You know, my early albums, Vices, Powers That Be, even Throve. Inspiration of Kid Cudi, you know, big. But you know, he's talking about, you know, people that did him wrong, and you know how it's like messed up. But you know, it's all good because you know we gonna have a revenge in some sort of way. We gonna get through to it in some sort of way. You know what I mean? We ain't gonna focus on that evilness. We gonna rise above that. You know, we gonna do better and better and bigger and better. And you know, that's what it is. You don't. Yeah, you people come at you with the sideways negativity. You take it, but then you gonna rise above it, and you're gonna overshadow them. You know. But that's pretty much what it is with Don't Worry. Very powerful soulful songs, some very powerful African vocal samples, man, with some like guitar, man. The African music is like they got some samples up there. They make some good music. You know what I mean? African artists, you know, real gem. You know. Then the final track, Not Obvious, the last track of the 7-song album. You know, I was inspired by 2 songs. One of them is not really a song, but they're 2 Wu-Tang-ish tracks. You know, the first one is an intro to Wu-Tang Forever, which I played it like 100 times, but it's the most dopest thing I ever heard. You know, it's RZA just talking about how like, yo, everybody's like copying and like this shit is garbage and like that. You know, what's one thing he said? He said, yo, everybody, you know, they ain't doing hip hop, they doing R&B, rapping bullshit. That's hella funny, you know what I mean? And, you know, I think it's like just saying some words in the background. And he's taking shots at. I ain't gonna say that the artist or producer is taking shots at. He's taking shots at a couple of people that they trying to copy their style and stuff like that. Wu-Tang is a gem of hip hop. To me, they're boom bap, bro. They're hip hop. You know, they're the heart of hip hop. That boom bap sound. That's, you know, and you know they're a real gem. They show us pretty good, by the way. You know, but you know, the intro in the Wu-Tang Forever was it was, you know, to me very iconic. So, you know, I was in my song Not Odd, it has I would say a similar instrumentation, a similar move. Not trying to say I'm copying anybody, but it's a similar move with instrumentation. You know, not really the instrumentation, the tone of the instrument. You know, it's very similar, and I'm, you know, inspired by it. You know, not saying I copy it. You know, I'm not here like, yo, let me replicate the track. You know, I just when I make music, I don't even know what I'm doing. I just go. I just go what I feel. You know what I mean? And then the next one is another. It's not really a Wu-Tang, but it's, you know, Raekwon is in Wu-Tang, and it's inspired by the song Incarcerated Scarface. You know what I mean? The drum patterns is like, you know, has that feel. They both have that same feel. You know, it's kind of inspired by that, and like the type of raps. Again, the braggadocio raps. They're like, yo, I don't care. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I'm in your face. You know what I mean? I like in your face raps. Not all the time, because this, you know, to me, in your face raps are kind of service level, but you know, it's still dope. You still gotta do it. You know, you gotta have one or two. You know what I mean? So that's pretty much what it is. It's, you know, in your face raps. You know, hard hitting drums, and some very, like, I would say like instruments that sounds mystical, you know, mysticism and stuff like that. You know, but that's pretty much what the album is. You know, it's a combination of a lot of things that in the past and in the current, you know, artists that inspired me. You know, even artists that inspired me to keep going and stuff like that. I'm inspired by a lot of things, not just other artists. I'm inspired, like music artists. I'm inspired by other artists. You know, people that do like anime. You know, I'm inspired by, you know, George Lucas. He's not a musician at all. You know, that's why I put his stuff in. You know, in my song and stuff like that. And you know, I even had like in some of the songs. You know, I think it's Window. What did I say? I said I'm on that OG Kush. Talking about Luke Skywalker or something like that. I'm on that OG Luke Skywalker push or something like that. You know, it's a little you know, jab at, you know, the Star Wars Force and all that stuff. And like, yeah, I'm feeling the force from the OG Skywalker push. You know, just a little stab at the, you know, the Star Wars 100 and stuff like that. So that's pretty much what it is with my album. You know, I definitely had really good responses so far. Yeah, the main that everybody liked is Look at Me Now. You know, to be honest, I thought, you know, Take Me With You would be like everybody's favorite because it's easy to get into, but like Look at Me Now, I guess because the drums is so it's so hard. You know what I mean? And it has a lot of dope rhyme schemes and all that. But you know, I appreciate the love. You know, without people, I could not do any of this, and people make it possible for me to create art and go forward and hit my goals and create more. Like, you know, when I create this piece, I'm like, oh, this is a really good piece. You know, the next project, I gotta go even harder. I gotta top this. This is good. This is better than my other projects. This is on a different level. I'm a person that I gotta keep raising the bar. You know, but I definitely appreciate everybody, man. You know, diverse people that listen to me, man. I definitely appreciate it, man. But you know, we got some more coming though. But for now, man, we rocking with Constellations. It's out now, man. If you haven't heard it, go peep it, bro. It's that wave, man. You know what I mean? It's a good joint for the summer. So yeah, I'm out, man. Peace.